want you to look at these bars. These are your normal bars. I don't see an elephant bar in here, but they're normal bars. So let's take the size of what an elephant compared to the normal bars. Let's put two of these together. See that green bar? Two of them together. Okay. So let's say that's an elephant bar. Now, how many of these do you think are inside of this whole thing? It's a lot of them, right? I'm always telling you, when you fill the gap in, you gain greater clarity. All right. When you fill the gap in, you gain greater clarity. I think also that when you split, when your stock has to go through, when it has to fight through all of this, and it breaks through and gets even higher, it's probably beat up a little bit. It had to get through all of this. It kept going, but it's different. I know it's a gap, but when you fill it in, you have to think of it like that. You have to think of it trading there instead of gapping there. But yeah, this whole concept would sort of keep you away from this. It's spent a lot of bullets already to get here. Thiago says sometimes he gets tricked there. But here's the thing. Look how separated your 200 is. Do you guys see the separation? So there are four things in your Fab 4 calculation, right? Right? There's the prior day's close, there's the 20, prior day's close, the 20, and the stock itself. So I want you to look at how all three items are clustered together. And then you've got the red-headed stepchild way out there, right? So that's the outlier that you can now basically ignore. If there's one item that is acting like the red-headed stepchild, I don't know if other languages have that saying in their language, but that's a saying, like just the black sheep in the family or whatever. Now, I've seen worse things, but now you see that you're buying high. Not that it's not possible that it goes higher, but you're buying high. Okay, this is not necessarily a bad trade. It just didn't work. When you have a very sharply sloping 200, where your 200 period moving average looks more like the 20, you have a higher degree of unreliability. So, guys, I want you to understand this concept. So take a look at this 200 and look at your 20. Your 20 is acting more like the 200, and the 200, it looks like more like the 20, like a trending moving average. When your 200 is sloping hard, what is it telling you about volatility? That it's high. So flat means low vol, right? Sloping means high vol. Now, we love volatility, but the high vol means unpredictable volatility. You tend to get wacky volatility when your 200 is sloping hard. So the reliability drops. This is why your most ideal state is when everything is flat. The 200 is flat, the 20 is flat, the stock is flat. That's telling you no volatility. And out of the state of no volatility emerges volatility. You're catching the beginning of volatility from a no volatile state. When you already have the maximum volatile state by the long-term moving average sloping hard, you're in a very unstable, uncertain, volatile period. So what's the moral of the story here? Be skeptical when your 200 is sloping hard. The reliability reliability of everything is lower. It's not a bad play, Larry. It's not. I think you're talking about here, right? This clearing bar here. It's not bad. It's just today's market just turned on a dime hard here for whatever reason. So your follow through just wasn't great here. I can't greatly fault this play. I can't. What I can tell you is that it's an amazing stop and reverse play. But this is an amazing stop and reverse right at the 20. This represents to me a crash plate stop out that has high odds of follow through.